Hello, everyone. Today I want to talk to you a little bit more about the topic of niches and perfectionism and all of that, like mixed together. So, when we get into business, in any kind of business, or even if you're just like starting a social media and you're like, hey, I want to turn this into a business later, but I'm not really sure what I want to do, a lot of people hear like, oh, you need to niche down and you need to pick your niche and the riches are in the niches, kind of Amy Porterfield thoughts. But then I've thought about this for a long time. I'm a multi-passionate human. I have a lot of things that I get passionate about, and I often get super on fire for something and then everything else goes to the wayside. So anyways, and I've done this my whole life. Like I'll get really passionate about one thing and then consume and do that one thing. And then next thing you know, I'm on to something else. And I've really thought about this for years. And as humans, nobody is just passionate about one niche. Nobody. And if you sit and analyze the super successful gurus of the industry, like I said, Amy Porterfield, Jenna Kutcher, I mean, the list goes on and on. There's several people who are gurus, right? If you actually analyze their work, they're not only speaking to one niche. On the subsurface, it may appear that they are. But if you start looking at what their offers are and what they're doing and how they're stacking their offers, it's not one niche at all. It's like a plethora of niches under an umbrella, right? So this has been my business struggle of all time. Oh, what's your niche? Well, I'm a multi-passionate human. I'm never going to have one thing that I talk about. It's just not who I am. And that's me. But like I said, I've noticed that nobody talks about one thing at all. So those that are preaching that you have to be super niched down, all they're doing is backing themselves into a corner. And a lot of them I've seen myself, they have backed themselves into a corner and then eventually they're not interested in talking about that topic anymore. The industry changes, things shift, and they want to pivot and they have kind of an exponential crisis because now what do? They're stuck in this niche. The audience they built is not particularly interested in them. They're interested in that one niche. So with all of that being said, I wanted to inspire you to think a little differently. You, as an individual, are unique and perfect just the way you are, with the unique and perfect skills to help others. And you don't have to be boxed into one thing to do that for others. So I wanted to make you aware that there is another way. If you want, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Nobody's forcing you to be in one topic. And as things are changing, the world is shifting, authenticity matters. Being authentic to yourself matters. And when we are living in a world of AI where you can manufacture anything you want, it's really not that hard. If you figure out how to prompt, you can manufacture it. When we're living in a world that you can manufacture it, being authentic will matter. People will look for authenticity. So that's my thoughts on that. And I want to also remind you or show the connection of being multi-passionate and struggling with niches and all of that, it can also link to perfectionism. A lot of times, this is the step that people get stuck at. They don't know who they help. They don't know how they help them. They don't know, maybe they don't feel like they have enough knowledge or that they can't help because they're not quite an expert. But like I was telling my friend this morning, you are already 10 steps ahead of somebody else. And people change their mind. People decide new things every single day. So it's not that you need to be the expert guru in the room. You just need to be a little bit more ahead of whoever you're helping. And so with that being said, you don't have to let perfectionism win. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the perfect time, perfect place. Excuse me. It's never going to be perfect. And so stop waiting for the perfect niche, perfect everything. Just show up. Take aligned action and aligned, inspired action on what it is you're passionate about. Start there. You never know. You might put it out into the world and it resonates. Or you might just say something off the cuff one day and it resonates and you're like, hello, everybody's interested in this and I didn't even realize it. Usually the thing that can help others is the thing that you do so effortlessly in your life that it doesn't feel like a big deal to you. You didn't even realize that you did it. Like it's so effortless that you think nobody else needs it. But you have perfected so many things in your life already. So I just have been thinking a lot about this because although I have spoken on not believing in niches and all of this in the past, I often find my thoughts are like 10 steps ahead of other people, and I'll feel very misunderstood at the time that I announce it. So I have terrible time sense, so I don't remember exactly when, but there was times on my social media I have spoke about this. And like at that moment, it didn't resonate with anyone that I know of. Like nobody else came and said anything to me about it. But now when I'm looking around, and maybe it's because I've put it out in the world, now I see so many others resonating with the same thought, like totally taking down their YouTube channel, starting over because they're multi-passionate and they just don't want to be stuck in that niche anymore, or being an example on their Instagram and just doing the like imperfect posting, capture a reel and create a story and then capture it into a reel. Like this is all stuff I've done years ago and tried to like show to others that this is how they could run their business. And at the time, maybe it just wasn't the right season to land, but you don't have to do a perfect, totally scripted anything. Like if you want to, you can, but that's only going to make you look more resemblance of AI. And as AI becomes more and more in our face, it's going to do the opposite of attract people. At least in my opinion, it's not going to always attract people because we will want authentic human connection. And with humans, there's mistakes, and that's okay. Like it's 100% okay because nobody's perfect. Perfection does not exist, even if we like to think in our brain it does. So with that being said, all of that, I just want to inspire you that if you've been thinking about starting something new, if you've been struggling with perfectionism and not knowing how to show up or afraid to show up because you're not going to do it right the first time, I want to inspire you to do something today. Just try something. If you don't have an email list, create one. If you have been thinking about YouTube, make a video, post it. If you are scared to show up on camera, try on stories. It's only going to be there for 24 hours. You never know. You might surprise yourself. If you want to learn a new skill, do it. Go to the library, get a book, read how to do it. Look up on Reddit how people got started. Get started. That's all. So I'm just sharing my journey here, just checking in, just showing up. And hopefully I'll be able to show up more and more and more. I really love building community with you guys. I love sharing my unhinged opinions about things that are contrary to popular belief, but all roads work as long as you work them. All paths work. Everything already exists. It's already yours. Whatever you want wants you back. So with that being said, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to have it all together. You don't have to have it all figured out today. Just take one step, put it out into the world, see what resonates. And if it does or doesn't, when you find that thing, pivot. That's it. Put it out into the world, see if it lands. If it lands, great. If it doesn't, great. Keep going. Do it again tomorrow. Do it again the next day. Do it again the next day. So I hope that this may resonate with you today. I hope that if it does, please share with others. Please let them know. Follow me on socials under Olivia Annan. And you can also find me at herglowandgrow.com. You can read my blog. You can share it with others. You can message me through there. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a great day. Talk to you soon.